All right, so I wanted to do a little bit of unboxing for something that I got from Apex. I got very excited when these came out because I've really wanted something that's, please excuse the dog, he's being a little bit of a, dog. But I really wanted something for the sway bar on Tacomas. I know you can remove them and they drive just fine, all that kind of crap, but still. I wanted something that was similar to a sway bar disconnect, but gave the similar feel or use as I had in previous vehicles like Jeeps that I've had, where you could just disconnect sway bars and do all that kind of stuff, but still had some tunability to it. So they came out with this Airlynx for Tacoma here recently. Got very excited when it came out, and I ordered basically their first production run. Man, this thing does not focus. Sorry, guys. Come on, focus. Either way, here's the unboxing. This is what comes in the box. Get some instructions, which, again, I do apologize for the focus. Jesus. Thank you. Okay. So, it says Ford Bronco. Confused me a little bit on page 1. Whatever. Some instructions on how to do it. Difficulty says 2 to 3 hours. I don't believe that. Either way, they're very detailed in their instructions and everything about how to do it. So you get some instructions. Packaging is always nice. Apex has a pretty good good design for their packaging and their everything. So this is how the box opens up. I opened it up earlier just for ease. You get some stickers, which is cool. And then this is the Airlynx themselves. So it'll go installed in the truck. So this end goes up to your upper control arm nut. It replaces it effectively. And then this goes into your sway bar. And then you've got a little air port there. You can adjust the pressure on. Yeah, so I'm gonna work on installing those. And then I'll let you guys know how long it takes. Some zip ties. They give you this, which is just a little chunk of, I think, probably A36 steel or something like that they cut out. Maybe it's a little bit different. Doesn't smell like A36. If you know, you know. So they give you that. They give you a couple of these type of lock washers and all that fun stuff. And from the look at the Airlynx, it looks like this comes preloaded. And of course, it doesn't want to focus again. Yay. It comes preloaded with some blue Loctite in here, which is good. But yeah, that's what's in the box so far. I'll show some install here in a little bit. Alrighty, so I'm gonna do a basic review of the install on these Airlynx here. Very straightforward. Instructions were very clear. I watched the video and only had to look at the instructions maybe once, but also I've been a tech for the last like 15 years. But yeah, overall, easy install. You do have a bolt hole here. I'm probably gonna look at painting it in the future. I do wish that they would have anodized those instead of painting them and then provided the crow's foot that is like good for 8N fittings and doesn't damage anodizing. But either way, it still looks fairly good. One recommendation is if you are trying to pump this up with a standard air compressor, do not do that. Highly recommend getting the high pressure bike pump that they recommend because a standard air compressor will not reach the pressures that this requires. I think the max for street is 300, the min for street is 150. My air compressor here in my shop at home, it only goes up to 80 on these shocks. So I did go buy the recommended air pump for it, and it's fairly cheap at like 30 bucks. So I don't think it's a huge deal to have to get that just for these. Plus, then you can throw it in the back of the truck and adjust it whenever needed. Pretty straightforward. Adjusting these brackets here, or adding these brackets here, and putting zip ties in. Everything went fairly run-of-the-mill. I did have a nut on my OEM. Tie rod. Shit, I'm having a long day. Anyway, had a nut that seized on it and had to cut it off with the Sawzall, but no big deal. Same thing over here, rinse repeat kind of thing. So yeah, all good. everything's happy.